Messi, at the pinnacle of his abilities, was scoring goals, providing assists, breathtaking dance around the opponents, and let's face it, shaming the opponents. Messi was so absurdly brilliant that I thought that only a fully dedicated video to the spectacle that was prime Messi when playing for Barcelona was warranted. It traces the journey of the four-time champion from a prodigy to arguably the greatest football player of all time, born and raised in Rosario, Argentina. Messi was taken to Barcelona at 13. Returning to Argentina, he emerged as one of the brightest talents that the football-loving country had to offer. Still, much more threatening challenge occurred. He got diagnosed with the growth hormone deficiency. Messi had no choice but to accept, and Barcelona agreed to pay for his treatment as long as he was part of La Masia's youth system. Not only did this save his life, but it was by far a blinder. With the arrival of Messi, one could instantly feel that he was not a regular person. He established itself in La Masia very fast, and as we had seen, was an influential figure among his age mates due to his physique. Soon it was apparent that the youth leagues could no longer handle him. Even for Messi, it was time for him to move up to the next level, for the indication was obvious: Messi was too big for every age group he played for. Then it was on November 16, 2003, Messi was to have a day he would not easily forget in his life, after he played for Barcelona's senior team. But let us note that Messi is not a superstar at the blink of an eye. André spent a lot of effort to ensure he secured his spot on the starting roster. However, as soon as he netted his first goal for Barcelona, one could already clearly see the makings of such destiny. With regard to Messi and FC Barcelona, one may well speak of three Messis, three versions of the international soccer superstar, each subsequent one flackier and flashier. The first, they had a young, reckless playmaker who couldn't care less about assists and only loved embarrassing his opposite number. This Messi had long hair, long sleeves, and energy on the right wing. He was a defender's worst nightmare since his infancy in the Barca, under Frank Rijkaard's management. Messi concentrated on dribbling. He once performed 11 dribbles in one of his first starts facing Osasuna. For context, 9 were made by Ronaldinho himself, the retired World Cup winner who was also playing in that match. Of course, fans marveled at Messi's incredible dribbling skills. But as for the result, it was the teammates, such as Samuel Eto'o, who were scoring goals. Last season, Messi scored only 1 league goal, which shows the need for the improvement. The following season, he improves, getting 8 goals and 5 assists in 25 league matches. But it was during this period that negative trends, injuries, started making their way onto the scene. Some of these problems dragged Messi right back to square one during his early years in football, due to many fitness complications that used to affect him regularly. But these issues could not cage a player who was already on the path to greatness. In the course of this paper, the idea of being a football icon has been shaped by Messi's story. From a young talent to the ultimate football hero, Barcelona's Lionel Messi was unavailable for the team when it claimed its famous UEFA Champions League superb final triumph against goal matches in the 5 matches he had played. He was always consistent and could create moments of magic in week after week. Nevertheless, up front there was Zlatan Ibrahimovic, though the chemistry they formed do not resemble the famous MSN combination of Messi, Henry and Eto'o of the treble-winning 8/9 season. Still, Messi single-handedly scored 47 goals in all competitions and remained the team's key player. On noticing Messi's incredible potential, Pep Guardiola decided to reform the attacking trio for the 2010-2011 season, with David Villa and Pedro in front line alongside Messi. As long as Messi was at the center of operations, the team succeeded. That season, Messi delivered video game-like stats. I am proud of that performances: 55 games including 53 goals and 27 assists. It extended more than football as he evolved into all-round football player, goal scorer, playmaker and captain. Messi's summer with Argentina in the 2010 World Cup was disastrous. In fits and starts he promises so much but does not deliver, and Argentina lost in the quarter-finals to a formidable Germany side. But coming back to Barcelona was just the perfect medicine for me. In this particular season of 2010-11, Messi left a record goal tally with hat-tricks regularly, and the never-to-be-forgotten goal against Manchester in the period's Champions League final. But there is one game which became the monument to the true genius of this football player, and it became possible only at the rate of collaboration. It then captured what fans commonly discuss for ages: Lionel Messi, the footballer described as the most complete footballer that football has ever produced. Cristiano Ronaldo's sensational header against Juventus in the Champions League last 16-second leg back in 2018. Regardless of individual brilliance, Lionel Messi's recent solo goal against Real Madrid at the Bernabeu is also possibly one of his greatest goals. To me, that moment summed up Messi in the false nine position. An attacker in every sense, wherein he didn't merely expect the ball, but went to get it, attacked opposing defenders, and dribbled the ball of magic. He danced around the Madrid defense as if they were invisible, and then picked his spot before trapping the ball into the back of the net. It was a goal that perfectly highlighted his versatility and genius. The numbers backed it up. If Messi was not getting the goal, he was making the dribble. If not the dribble, he was creating an assist or something magical. Later on, that season, Messi received his extra Ballon d'Or. By then, the analysts were arguing whether he was even the best player in the world, let alone the best player of all time. And he was only 24 years old. The 2010/11 version of Messi was a complete footballer. The 2011/12 of Messi was even better. A record breaker. It was the season of Messi. From a team point of view, it was not at its best. Real Madrid won La Liga, Chelsea won the Champions League, and the Copa del Rey was Barca's only triumph. Overall, they were different classes, but individually, at least for the current campaign, Messi was on a different planet. He scored an astronomical 73 goals in the 60 games. Yes, 73 goals. Messi didn't just rival the other players, he rivaled entire teams across all the leagues in Europe. His goal ratio was even higher than the height of nonsense. He scored 1.62 goals per game. In La Liga alone, Messi scored 50 goals, setting a record of being the only player in history to have the unique achievement. That meant he outscored 61 of the 98 teams in Europe's 5 major leagues. Think about it. 50 goals in an array of not more than 38 matches. Messi played 15 games in succession and tallied 22 2 or more goals, 7 3-goal matches, and 2 4-goal matches. In the Champions League, he demolished Bayer Leverkusen, scoring 5 goals in a single match, an unprecedented record at that time. Messi had turned into a juggernaut, a killing machine, an icon of efficiency and style. While physically, he was as fit as a butcher's dog, featuring, in 60 games that term. His playmaking was a level to the awe as he recorded 29 assists, which equals record in the whole of Europe's 5 Premier Leagues. Putting all that into perspective, Messi was directly involved in 102 goals in 60 matches in the 2011-12 season. Let that sink in. Hardly any other player on the earth can even be compared to him. Messi finished the year as the undoubted king of soccer and a 4-time Ballon d'Or winner. And he scored even more in the calendar year 2012 and surpassed the record of Gerd Müller, making 91 goals. This was a testament to a vigor enshrined in the 2011/12 Messi, where the game and its rules were manipulated to such an extent that Bayern Munich honored him by placing the copy of the t-shirt he wore when scored the goals sent to them, a feat that was enough to sum up a player's worth and illustrate why the footballing world celebrated Messi as a unique phenomenon who created a new language in football, honoring Gerd Müller, whose record for 85 goals scored in a calendar year was not easy to beat. But Messi did that in style and scored 91 goals in 2012. The question naturally followed. What does GOAT mean in German? It's Messi. This, some believe, is where Lionel Messi was at his best. Some supporters justify the 2014/15 version of Messi because he was scoring spectacular goals and putting Barcelona through another treble, but the statistics and accomplishments were not as surreal as the 11/12 version of Messi. And they did not come anywhere near matching the dribbling barrage of the 2010/11 Barcelona, from 2008/9 to 2011/12. Messi was not only the best footballer in the world, but the greatest footballer the world has ever known. Indeed, he was the man for all seasons. He could shoot goals, provide and dribble, conjure the magic, take control of the game and win it almost single-handed. He could even run through pretty much every single defender, team and strategy out there at that time, even when he didn't seem like it. He left opponents stunned and fans staggering, asking themselves whether they just witnessed a real thing. Since then, Messi has gone in for the kill, completing football itself. After moving to Barcelona, he proceeded to PSG and has not failed to amass on trophies. They said he could only play in Argentina, and by 2022, he won the Argentadi Players FIFA World Cup. Combine that to the recent 8 Ballon d'Or titles, 2 Copa America championships, and every other accomplishment, and Messi is the most accomplished and well-rounded footballer ever. Lionel Messi is not just a footballer, but a football legend, the phenomena and role model. He's achieved it all, so there is nothing more for him to accomplish. If you are still here and have not subscribed to FC Freak, well, today is your lucky day. What is more, if you have an access to the internet, click the button below and continue receiving the best football stories out there.